Good morning, Lawrence, and welcome to your Tuesday's edition of Beach Grove Student News. I'm John Pasianos.
And I'm Melissa. Today we'll be taking a look at how some of the water in the U.S. has been contaminated, a homeless drive here at the high school, and a sneak peek into some changes being made for Student Council.
I also took a deeper look into tornadoes that hit Alabama this weekend. Talia also looked at this year's City Circle Classic, and as always, sports.
But first, here's Marcus with this week's weather forecast.
Thank you, Alyssa. And I'm tired of this cold weather, and this week we'll see the temperature slowly rising, with today's weather being the lowest that you'll see the rest of the week. Today we are looking at a high of 22 and a low of 11. Wednesday we are expecting sunny skies with a high of 29 and a low of 20. Thursday is expected to be a high of 32 and a low of 26. That's all for weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
Seniors, if you're interested in purchasing a senior ad for the yearbook, make sure to email high school yearbook with the pictures.
You also need to bring $20 in cash to Mr. White's room in the Bgsn studio. There's another charity here at the high school. You can donate to benefit homeless people. Alexis got more on the story.
There is yet another donation drive going on here at Beech Grove High School, but this one is for the homeless. I talked to a few students on what exactly can be collected and what the drive is for. What is your project about?
So for our project, we are collecting donations for the homeless, shirts, pants, shoes, blankets, things that they would need because it's cold outside. So, they need help. So that's basically it.
Also, we're going to be taking houseware materials like cleaning materials like toothbrushes and stuff like that, body wash, deodorant, and stuff like that. So, yeah.
If you would like to make any sort of donation, there are boxes in the front office where you can drop them off at. Once again, they are collecting clothes, shoes, coats, and blankets. This has been Alexis Whiteman from Bgsn. Back to you guys at the desk.
Some changes are being made within Student Council here at Beech Grove High School. Here is Josh with some of those changes.
At Beech Grove High School, we have a student council. They get elected every year. We elect class presidents, vice presidents, and so on and so forth. They do a lot for the school, and there's some changes happening to the student council coming up next year.
Next year, as we head into the new school year, we're going to make some changes to Student Council. We know that there's going to be some reorganizations of groups around school. So starting next year, instead of just having our class officers as part of Student Council, we also want to make it available to other students. So there's been an email sent out to staff members requesting that any students that they think would be great for Student Council next year to go ahead and send over those names. And I'll be sending some letters out after spring break to try and get those students involved. But we would also like to hear from you guys as well. So if you are a student that would like to be a part of Student Council to be able to make some changes around school and be active in what we're doing as a student body, we would love to hear from you guys as well. So we'll have
If you have any further questions about Student Council or are interested in participating in Student Council, email Mrs. Petty down below. Thank you for watching. I'm Joshua Hackelman for Beech Grove Student News.
Two tornadoes hit Beauregard, Alabama, with one of them being an EF4, which is the second most dangerous type of tornado, and people are trying to help. I got more on the story.
Many are missing and some are feared dead after some fatal tornadoes ripped through Beauregard, Alabama. The first tornado ran through, snapped trees, and destroyed houses. This tornado was an EF4 with winds at a speed of 170 miles per hour. The second tornado that hit in Macomb County and moved to Lee County was an EF1. With the death toll standing at 23 and a dozen still missing. Alabama obviously needs some help, and everyone in the state is doing what they can. Some people set up a GoFundMe for a family that lost their 8-year-old named Taylor Thornton. The GoFundMe page started on March 3rd and has raised over $28,000 for a family that lost their young daughter. The link is www.gofundme.com/Taylor Horton Fund if you would like to help the family. There are also tons of other GoFundMes for other families. I'm John Pasianos, signing off from BGS.
Here's Talia with more on the 2019 Circle City Classic.
Good morning, Hornets. So today I will be giving the ladies here at the high school an opportunity. You have to be a junior or a senior this year, and you'll be able to participate in the coordination. So I just want to go into explaining what it is. The coordination targets high school females and promotes academic achievement, community service, and leadership development. Prior to the event, participants attend workshops that focus on the importance of teamwork, leadership styles, college admissions requirements, study skills, effective communication, dress for success, social etiquette, college financial aid, and modern dance. Now, here on the application, you see the regular application, but as well, you have to get transcripts, and you also have to write the essay at the bottom and have recommendation forms from your counselor. But if you feel like you just need something to do or you want a new opportunity for this year, here's the link, and you can go to that link and try the application. That's all for this video. I'm Talia Penner with Bgsn.
And now for information on how to get sectional t-shirts and more, we're going to throw it to sports with Garrett, Norcross.
Thanks, Posse. Hello, Hornets. Welcome back to another segment of sports. Beech Grove News students will be able to place an order for a sectional champion shirt tomorrow in the cafeteria. T-shirts will be a high quality and will cost $12. Tomorrow will be the only day to order, and you must have your money ready. This week, Hornets is a mini Spirit Week. Tomorrow will be a gray out for Coach English. Thursday is a Jersey Day, so bring your high school, NFL, NBA jerseys. Finally, Friday is racing to regionals. Bring any kind of racing gear you have, and be sure to showcase your school's spirits. NBA news, the Lakers lost yet another game that was much needed. They battled the Clippers in a new era LA showdown and lost 113 to 103. LeBron had 27, but that was not enough. Gallinari led the Clippers with 23. Kyle Kuzma left the game early with an ankle sprain after his Nike Kobe's gave out under him. This is raising questions as the second time their shoes injured a player on live TV. He will be out for the rest of the year. They are now 5 games out of the last playoff spot and have lost the past 3 games. Clippers have won the last 3 and are sitting at 7th in the West. Many are blaming the recent problems on LeBron James himself, who has been slow on defense and not been good at the free throw line. Their chances of making the playoffs are looking slim. For the Pacers, they play the Bulls tonight in Indy and are looking to get the win. They're 3rd in the East and looking to confirm that spot or slightly higher spot. March is finally here, which means March Madness is approaching. In 1 week, the tournament begins for conferences to see who plays who. For the Big Ten, the tournament will take place in Chicago. Purdue is currently first, followed by Michigan, and the rest of the teams, including Indiana. This will start on the 13th and end on the 17th. In NFL news, the Indianapolis Colts are looking at getting safety Landon Collins. Collins played for the Giants last season, and after locker room troubles, he stated he wants out of New York. Indy is a top place for him if they can negotiate a contract. Kyler Murray was at the NFL Combine. Here's John with more.
The NFL Scouting Combine happened here in Indianapolis last week. It gave a lot of people a good look at the prospects for this year. One prospect, Kyler Murray, decided to not do drills but met with teams and got measurements anyway. He was measured at 5'10", which is not the usual height for a quarterback. And right now there's only one starting quarterback in the NFL that is under 6 feet tall, and that is Russell Wilson of the Seahawks. So I went and asked football coach Mr. Edwards if he thinks that Murray's height will affect his draft stock. Here's what he had to say on the subject.
Yeah. Even though it might not affect how good he is, it'll definitely affect his draft. I've noticed it. High school quarterbacks moving on to college. There's a lot of 6'5" and 6'6" quarterbacks, well, maybe not 6'6", that are not good, but they got full rides, and there's a lot of 5'10", 5'11" quarterbacks who are very good who didn't get the chance. So it will affect his draft, but I don't think it really affects how good he is.
I then asked Mr. Edwards if there was any QB prospects that he thinks would do well in the NFL in this draft class. Here's his opinion.
I can think of some. I've liked the kid from Ohio State, and I like the kid from Duke. So if he makes it, you heard it here first.
The NFL Draft will take place from April 25th to April 27th in Nashville, Tennessee. Only then will we see which QBs get drafted into the league this year. For Bgsn Sports, I am Jonathan Dance.
And once again, Hornets, today is the last day to pick up this sectional champion shirt. I'm going to throw it back to the desk with John and Alyssa.
Thanks, Garrett. That's all for your segment of BGSN 10.
Don't forget to follow us on all of our social media at BG Student News. I'm John Pasianos.
And I'm Melissa. Have a terrific day, Hornets.